You got to take care of your body because your body is the temple of the living God. You just can't draw all the pleasures from these feelings, which are not meant to give you pleasure, but just to help you be senses to the world. You can't use those senses to magnify those senses so it gives you pleasures. Like anger. A deer or a lion doesn't get pleasure from roaring all the time. It roars to scare somebody away, doesn't it? Right. To frighten something, and then to eat it. But the point is, it doesn't take pleasure in all its feelings all the time. It's not going to be roaring, and having sex all day long.
Right. But my problem has always been
why
I came here was I couldn't say no to people, and I wasn't quite ready to come up here.
I know, but
so I started listening and saying no and doing what I saw was right.
Hold that for a no. You can hear me if I shout. You can hear me, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The reason why you can't say no to people is because your sense of worth comes from people liking you.
Yes.
So you will like the most unlikable person, hope they will like you. See? Because you don't know how to deal with anger. So you want to deal with them and you cut them off the path so you're nice towards them.
That's right.
And so the feeling that most people get that are people pleasers is that when the person that you like or is maybe your friend because he supports you and he's little taking advantage of you all the time but you overlook it. But the point is you're dependent upon his approval. So you put up with his nonsense. You overlook it. But the reason why you can't say no when they actually really do something wrong and know that you really must speak up, the feeling is, I don't want to hurt his feelings. But it's your feelings that are really involved and not his. You're only afraid if you speak up the truth to him, he won't like you anymore.
Right.
And if he doesn't like you anymore, it feels like the rug is being pulled from under you. It's your feelings, your security that is at stake. So understand that, give that up.
Okay, that's
because
what I was going to tell you.
God can't give you, God can't, if it displaces what God does for you.
But I was feeling so free. I was feeling so happy. I've never felt that way. Like, wow, I think that's what you're talking about, faith. I had faith that everything would be all right. And I started healing and everything. But then something happened the last few days, and I've started breathing heavy again. So I must have resented something.
I know, but you had a taste of it now.
Beg your pardon?
You've had a taste of faith.
Yes.
Don't lose it. Don't allow yourself to be... Be very vigilant about your thoughts, because paradise was lost in the mind, and that's where it's found. And when you find it, you can see your own faults, you can see your anger. And you can actually see the anger rise or the resentment rise. The resentment is the key, that little special word.
Yeah.
And so you can see that, you can see it in a part of your body coming in.
Yes.
Okay? As long as you look at it, it will not form.